Thank you for being here. Bit of a impromptu stream today. I had no plans of streaming today, but just kind of got up today and I just really felt like it. And on top of that, in the next kind of couple of weeks coming up with some stuff I've got coming on at work and some other things, I'm not going to be able to stream as often as I have been. Still from time to time, but maybe back to kind of once a fortnight or something. So I kind of wanted to jam it in now while I can, so I don't miss you guys too much, because I know I'm going to miss you guys. So we are going to try to finish the Ramona Bro Therapist Lawn Call. We may not get through all of it on this one, but we'll see how we go. And so to help me with that, I've got Lorenzo Dawson back with me. Are you there, Lorenzo?
I'm here. Excited to be back on.
Fantastic.
Hi to, everyone in the chat. Hi, honey.
And we're excited to have you. So thanks for being here. We didn't, we talked about all the usual stuff last time, so we won't waste time with that, because this is a big call. But how have you been since the last time you were on?
I've been good. Like I was telling you off air, it was great listening to the stream last night, having Tiffany on. That was awesome to listen to. It made for a bunch of good laughs, and I spent quite a bit of time thinking about Lorne. So it is what it is, It's fucking cunning.
It is, mate, and yeah, no, look, it was. Tiffany was fantastic last night. I mean, Tiffany is always fantastic, everything she does in the community, and I know everyone appreciates all the time she gives to it, but yeah, it was just one of those streams where, Tiffany was awesome, and I just tried not to fuck up, so hopefully I didn't fuck up too much outside of the OBS stuff, obviously.
You did great.
Cool, alright, well, let's say hello to everyone in the chat. Can you see the chat, mate?
Yeah, I can.
Why don't you say hello to everyone for a change? I'm sure everyone gets sick of hearing my voice.
Oh, let's see where we're at. Smash Burb. I'm still dealing with my drunk. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Hey, everybody. YouTube bot, hi. Blarney Fife. Lorne is here, looking over Roy's shoulder. Ain't that fucking cunning. Upgrade. Jam it in. VAA Haas. Evil Little McNuggets. Dubsy CC, the large Father-tron. Father-son? Hi, honey. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Ryan Taylor.
I think you got most of them.
You've got quite an audience here, growing. Yeah, man. Legal counselor, Brandon Export. I've noticed your audience just keeps growing.
Surely at some point they're going to, figure out what they've done wrong and leave, but I'm very appreciative of everyone comes and listens, because I mean, it would be pretty boring just talking to myself. I mean, I probably would do it anyway, but this is much more fun. So I know I say it a lot, but I don't think it can be oversaid. I'm so appreciative of all you guys who are here. I think you got everyone, mate. Did you get YouTube bot and ma'am? Yes, ma'am. If not, hello to you guys. And I'm just being honest. I am yet to be on at a time where you're doing a stream. I'm just being honest, but that's like on my bucket list. So I'm really hoping, because I listen to all your stuff, on the replay. But it'd be great to be there for a live one day. So I'll have to watch out for when they're scheduled. But I think we got everyone, mate. But certainly, Coyote Lady 613, g'day to you. Lethal Brownie Time Machine. Look, if we missed you guys, just feel free to yell at us, and we will give you the shout out you so deserve.
Chuck Norris is my uncle.
Oh, we did miss Chuck Norris is my uncle. And C Morgul, g'day to you guys. G'day Kathy Mack. Awesome. Thanks, Evil Little McNuggets. You sound so sweet.
You sound so sweet. Huh? I love Lorne.
2096DB and Sadface09. You guys got in there just before we played. So you good to go, buddy?
I think I'm good to go. I do understand that this therapist is a male. I prefer the female
Yeah,
therapist.
of course, as everyone
But
does.
you know, that's
As
the story of my life, right?
Lorne can only open up to females and he won't open up to them either. And I think I said hello to you, Kathy Mack, but if not, hello, Kathy Mack. And so just a little recap of where we left off. So basically where we stopped last time, Barry, the therapist, had kind of just come in. He'd pretty much come in. He told Lorne that he's a loser, and they talked a bit about, what if he won the lottery, and as he rightly pointed out, well, that would just be basically covering over all this bullshit. And yeah, I think we'll go from there and continue on. Coyote Lady, look, 100%, I am sure you'll get a wheeze laugh from me, if not several through this, because a lot of this, and probably a lot of it, I'll let play without too many comments at times, because it's just fucking hilarious. So yeah, wheeze laugh guaranteed. And g'day Gorilla Spawn, and g'day Winnie's boyfriend/husband, who has once again provided, and pretty much, mate, if you missed a stream, I think I would forget to actually put the art up, and it would just be stream starting soon the whole time. So it's all on you now, mate. If you miss a stream, it's just going to be shit. So once again,
There we go.
The fantastic stream art provided by Winnie's boyfriend/husband. All right, enough
Very
talking.
well done. I noticed on part 1 a lot of people commented on it that it was how much they enjoyed it. So
It
absolutely.
is. I mean, I love all of them, but like this, this one, it really sums up Lorne, hiding behind a bush, almost like he's hiding in the woods, little coward, just trying to eavesdrop to talk about how much, Ramona's talking about fucking other guys. Alrighty, and
he gives females all his trust.
All his trust. And g'day, Duplicaris. Alright, let's do it to it.
Would all of our problems go away?
No, if Lorne won the lottery, all of your problems would be gilded with gold, but Lorne's not going to win the lottery. So why don't we operate in the realm of probable reality? He's not going to win the lottery. He's not going to win any singing contest. He's a loser, and he's always going to be a loser until he decides to admit to himself that he's a loser.
Okay,
or maybe there's a chance he'll change one day. But,
okay, we'll listen. No. Okay, so maybe he won't win the lottery, but maybe he'll get his name taken off the registered sex offender registry.
Maybe not.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Maybe not.
And me and Emma and Lorne had discussed that. Do you remember that?
Lethal Brownie. So kind of. So this call here. So this call is in like 5 or so parts all up. I've grabbed this and as I've said in the description, but shout out to Noble Cyborg Savage, who has this one in completion. He basically put all the parts together. I think he also cleaned it up a bit because the separate parts that I've got in the dump are very hard to hear. So I've grabbed it off his channel and, obviously subscribe to him if you're not. But we kind of did, I think, maybe part 1 and 2 in the last stream. So the last stream that was part 1 of this, that is up in there to listen to. And hopefully we'll get through the rest of the parts in this one, but maybe not.
Yep.
When we had discussed that because I know you know the doctor, but his brother he's actually a doctor and a lawyer.
No worries, Upgrade. I'll make sure there is more advance notice whenever Tiffany's going to be on. We in my defence, we had kind of only organised it on the Friday earlier, but yeah, I'll make sure that everyone gets plenty of Tiffany notice.
And I had mentioned that in the call, and Emma had came up with the idea of seeing if we could use him, or not use him, but see if we could get him to petition to get one's name off the registry. Now, I don't think that that's the sector of law that he deals with. He deals with medical law, which is why he has to be an MD as well as a lawyer so that he can understand those issues. But if we were to get Lorne's name taken off the registry, and let's say Lorne got a good job, and let's say Lorne stopped drinking, Lorne could be, you know, and he did get a job, by the way, but Lorne could be, you know, back to new.
Back to new.
He was when he was 25.
Yeah, except that he's twice that age, which are the things
So-
that make him such a dangerous kid.
But he still looks like he's in his 20s. Maybe
like him in my
maybe
fucking
30s.
30s.
He looks like he's in his 30s, you know?
He can't help that he's attracted to. You know, Dan says I can't help that I can't help that I'm attractive. I mean, for all the things that this guy has to deal with, being that attractive,
It's a weight.
that's
like,
an obstacle.
Look, and it's a good
yeah.
point. People don't consider what a weight that is to carry around that amount of attractiveness. I mean, just walking down the street, both men and women, throwing themselves at
No matter
him.
where you go, gawking at you.
Exactly. Like, I mean, he'd be walking down the main street of Cornwall, just just trying to push his way through the masses that are trying to get their hands on him. They're like, please, I'm just trying to get ham cubes, you know? Let a player play.
Is that Lorne Armstrong?
Yeah,
The biggest name on fucking NBC.
the biggest name on NBC.
Biggest name on NBC.
He'd be signing breets and kissing babies. He'd be people be throwing himself at him. G'day, Amy A, Mandy S.
Not easy.
But see, I don't like. I mean, here's the thing. I feel
RSO is just 3 letters. He did what he did. And I'm going to tell you something else. You know, we've talked about the timeline before, about the fact that he went from talking to the girl the first time to showing up for sex within a month, right? And it would have been way quicker than that if he thought her parents would have been gone. Okay, I looked at the chat log the other day, and I figured out that
Hey, Kilroy.
there was a span of 90 minutes between when he said hello to that girl and when he sent her a picture of his penis. 90 minutes.
I think what happened there, I can explain that, because I think what
I can
happened
explain
there.
that.
No. Okay, listen. No. Okay, listen. You know how like people will go like on Facebook and they'll get into like political arguments. They'll get into arguments over, I don't know, is the sky blue or is it pink, and they will
What is
say
going on,
things.
I honestly can't remember this bit, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, Ramona?
If you're Lorne, you know, if you're kind of muted on a call, I know he's not necessarily muted, but he's basically is because he's not saying anything. If you have somebody going to defense for you, you're hoping that, like, you know, the whoever they're talking to will see things from that perspective. But if you're Lorne, you've given Ramona she's got no ammunition.
Nah.
She's got nothing. She's just well. If we can just get him off the registry, and I just wonder what Lorne's doing in his trailer. Is he just pacing?
Oh, he would be. I reckon he'd be pacing naked, and he'd be like, you know, fist clenched. He would be, especially once Barry came on, and because of the way they did it, where, you know, they were talking like before that, you know, Danny, her brother, was you know, talking about how, oh, you know, I think you're probably a good guy and all that. Like, so he would have been kettling with excitement, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like, he was at a real high, and then in comes Barry with like the gut punch straight away.
Yep.
So he's just
What's
like,
up, stupid?
exactly. So it was just like, boom. So he's right back down to earth now. And g'day, Branch. I can't remember if you were here before. Combat mechanic. Cute but built good. I love that. I don't even want this cookie.
That or they will say things that they would not say to each other face to face. Now, here's what happened with Lorne. I believe I do.
What's that, mate?
I just said face to face.
Face to face.
Lorne Identity every time. Face to face. Or no, it wasn't Lorne Identity. Who was it?
Lorne Identity's done that before. Clobber does that sometimes too, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Club. Yeah.
Face
to face.
Yep, and then the mini syllables, like that is the best. Clobber's mini syllables. Just I could listen to them all day. G'day, Pee-wee is great.
I do not believe that if Lorne were talking with a 13-year-old or whatever face to face, that he would ever just whip out his penis after a 90-minute conversation. I think what happened is that Lorne kind of got into, you sound like you don't believe.
Be more like an hour and a half, I reckon. You know, you got to give it a bit more time in. Oh, hang on a second. 90 minutes is an hour and a half. Holy shit. That is Lorne level stupid. Let's just go 2 hours in. 2 hours if it's in person.
But I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying because this is the truth. Lauren, tell me if you agree. I think that Lauren kind of got into a mindset where it wasn't real, where he was just, almost like he was typing and just, on autopilot. Because Lauren, you wouldn't have shown a 13-year-old your penis in face-to-face after 90 minutes.
No.
G'day, Craigo, and Pee Wee Grace says he just cheated on Up North. For me, I hope no one left his stream. Like I would have pushed my stream back further, but I just couldn't push it back further with the amount of time I had. So make sure you're giving Up North lots of love, more love than me. Like he's doing a great job. So I'm glad that people went there beforehand, but I was more than happy for people to come here late. I didn't want to be taking anything away, but I just couldn't push it back any further.
And just a side note, Cornville did push the start of our stream back because he knew that Up North was up and running. So
yeah, when I originally did this, I didn't actually realise he was streaming, and then I got his little schedule, like fuck, and so and then I think it was someone in the community tab said that. So no. Hopefully, I haven't offended Up North or anything because he does great stuff.
That's the kind of thing you work up to in person.
And we were watching that episode with Mom, and that other guy.
Sorry, mate. When they're all arguing, I feel like it's you talking, so I stopped it. So
no,
yeah,
you're good. You're good.
Hold on, one at a time.
The other guy wanted to have the girl wear her underpants for 3 days, and then he wanted to sniff them. Like Lauren didn't want to sniff. Wait, Lauren, you didn't want to sniff old underpants, did you?
Nope. No, he just wanted to sniff young. He wanted to sniff young pussy, which is
He's
worse.
just like, oh, thank God somebody threw me a lob pass. This is an easy conversion for me. You didn't want to sniff underpants. Nope.
that's it.
That's a trophy for Lauren. No, come on, man. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Giving in the layup,
Yep.
But no,
Yep.
but Lauren, am I right in what I said earlier?
Yes, you are.
Told you.
Yes, you are. Okay, great. Good. Wonderful. Okay, so that's the story he's going with tonight. Fine.
Winnie's boyfriend / husband. Do I just think all Americans sound the same? Are you suggesting that you don't? No, I'm just joking, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty ignorant of me.
Let's lock in on that and let's unpack that a little bit.
Well, okay,
So
let me
we're
just
saying-
finish it. So he would not have
there's
shown
more.
a 13-year-old. No, what I'm saying is he would not have shown a 13-year-old his penis after a 90-minute conversation if they had been face to face.
That's very admirable. But let's question the judgment of a man.
Yeah, duplicarious. It's bizarre how much bro sounds like Casey's dad. Like it's really weird. I mean, maybe what Winnie's boyfriend / husband was right. All Americans do sound the same because he sounds nearly identical. Very bizarre.
Man who decided that because he wasn't face to face with a 13-year-old girl, it was a reasonable action to send her a picture of his penis. And let's ask ourselves this:
he never even meant to do it.
well, he did it.
But he didn't mean.
He didn't want. He did no, but he says he has always said he does not want to go to that house.
So then, Danny, why don't you explain to me how a guy sends a picture of his penis to a 13-year-old girl when he didn't mean to? He did it accidentally? Did he hit the wrong button?
I don't know. Lauren, did you do it accidentally? Why did you
No,
send her
I think
pictures?
on behalf of
I was messed up.
he was
You were
messed
messed
up because of his siblings.
And Evil Little McNuggets, to be fair, she can barely hear the difference between Aussie and New Zealand accent. Most people can't. Like, it's one of those things, and I'm not wanting to be like Jordan and get into accent chat, but like I can, like, to me, a Kiwi accent sounds so much different to us. But then I know, like, people outside of that, like, they can't hear any difference. Like, it is quite interesting. Like, even in our different states in Australia, like, if someone's from Adelaide, they sound very different, and they even have different words for things than we do. Like, they call things like juice boxes when we call them poppers, and yeah, they're pretty weird. No offense to any Adelaideans.
Roughly, how far is Adelaide from your hometown?
Oh, it would be like 1,500 kilometers, and I know you don't know what kilometers are. And I don't know the it's a fair way away, like, because the thing is with Australia, you've got like the whole, like, so you got your continent and you got your whole centre, which is basically unlivable. Like it's basically desert. It's so hot there, nothing fucking grows. So you've got all this continent, but you can only really live around the coast or just a bit in from the coast because it's too hot. So you're almost like everything's. It's not like where, you know, from what I've been learning about the US, like, you know, it's probably a lot more closer together, like more dense, but like our states are heaps far away unless you're going along the coast, like. But yeah, anyway, I'm sure you're not here for an Australian geography lesson. And g'day Shins and g'day Tiffany. How's it going, you bogan wanker?
Him, and he wasn't a great
the meatballs.
Meatballs.
I don't know if everyone was here for the stream last night when Tiffany revealed she's actually Australian and has just been kind of doing a very, very convincing accent for all this time. So really glad that that's out there now.
Yeah, because a year before somebody didn't give him the macaroni and cheese, he sent a picture of his penis to a 13-year-old girl, even though he didn't.
It sounds stupid. I understand.
Now,
but put yourself in Lauren's shoes.
Now, there's no but is needed after that thought. It sounds stupid.
But when you understand, like with Lauren's position, now, Lauren, I stand behind you, and I defend you and everything. The only thing I'm not sure about, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is if you were intending on having sex when you went to the Sting House. That's the only thing that I
can answer.
G'day, Dr. Cassandra Elizabeth Bond. And sorry, Dubsy, if you are here for Australian geography lesson, because that's pretty much all I know. So I've given up all the information. Upgrade, she's a Kiwi, just like Cornwall and Wine Lover. No, she's definitely Australian, but they sound very similar. And she does. She has a very strong Aussie accent. It is crazy. I mean, I was just blown away because, as you know, I can't do accents or impressions. So for someone to pull that off for so long, it really is impressive. You know, you've just got to stand up and applaud.
To that?
No, let Lauren answer it.
Oh, okay.
No, because I didn't intend to go there.
He didn't.
Just happened. I was just cruising the mean streets one night, and this young girl waved me in, and it's rude not to go in when someone waves you in. And
his dialogue as to how he ended up going there, because he says he knows he didn't mean to go there, and then he was going to turn around, but he had to go down in the median, didn't know what was in there.
Yep.
He was going to possibly ruin his truck, so he turned around, or he said he'd just keep going, and sure enough, the next exit wound up being the one
that
the Sting House was at. Hey, girl. No, I think he did mean to go there, absolutely.
Of course, but the whole thing changes all the fucking time. Like, in the call we were listening to last night, like he was saying, because it brought up about the charges for the attempt to produce CSAM, and he was like, well, I had the camera in my truck because I was trying to pawn it. But then in that same sentence, he says he was driving around taking pictures of Nashville on his way there. Like, you know, at night, at like 8 o'clock at night, he's apparently taking pictures like he's a fucking tourist. But then at other times, we get the story that, you know, it was storming on his way there and he was worried about Bud. And then we get the story he was just going there to check on her because he was worried about her parents being away, which of course he needed condoms for. Like, I guess, and I wonder, when he came up with that story, had he watched some TCAP after this, like, you know, after he was caught in that? Because remember there was that predator, I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but they had the condoms and they were like, well, you know, I was worried that she was... Oh, it was the dude that said his niece was murdered or raped or whatever. It was like...
This gonna sound crazy?
Yeah, it's gonna sound crazy. Yeah. Like him. And he rocked...
crazy, but...
And it's almost
the same thing.
Yeah, it's almost the same story where he rocked up and he was like, I was just here to, you know, tell her that she shouldn't be here alone and she shouldn't be doing this, but hey, here are some condoms in case, you know, you end up doing it. Like, it, and then like you say, then you have the thing about, it was stormy, he was worried about Bud and he couldn't turn around, which is, out of all of them, that is the most crazy thing. I mean, you can always turn around. at any point you can turn around. He did a drive-by and turned around to check for the cops. So if it was just about turning around, it was that. And even as in this bizarre world, on the road from Nashville to fucking Bowling Green, there's no place to turn around. Like, it's just like an autobahn, yeah? You can't get off it. Yeah. He could have pulled up at the house, and if he wasn't going there, he could have said, "Hi, I know we've talked about all this. I've had a change of mind, realised this is bad. I'm fucking off." You know what I mean? But he's just a liar. Pee-wee is great. Lorne's not a driver at night.
Not a driver at night. You know, the funniest thing with Lorne is, and he's constantly falling in love with any female that'll get on the phone with him, and he's explaining how he was messed up at the time, and he had a weak mindset, and it's like you don't realize that your lack of self-control, your inability to control yourself. I never even meant to do it. I didn't want to go there. I unintentionally traveled there. It's like, well, who's gonna want to fucking be with you? Because who's to say that you're not just gonna repeat this? And that's the funniest thing is I've always listened to all of his calls. It's just the same excuses regurgitated. But it's like, so what's the solution? How are you different now? What have you changed? You're getting me out of patterns, but don't ask me what those patterns are, because give me like 3 years and then I'll tell you what they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shin's just confirmed
no solution.
Yeah. Shin's just confirmed in the chat that was Daniel Polito. That's the guy. That's the fucking guy.
Yep. Shout out to Shane's Koala, by the way. One of the, in my opinion, one of the legends of this community.
100%. Shin's is awesome.
Go there.
It's fantastic.
He was trying to go to the Burger King, and instead he ended up at this house, and he was like, well, maybe this is the Burger King. They didn't put the sign up yet.
Oh, night, Crago. Sleep well, buddy.
Is that what happened there, old Lorne? Oh, I forgot you were talking.
Let me explain this to you, Barry.
He's ignoring me like a mature adult.
Let Lorne explain.
Right.
Here comes Lorne's.
I did what I did, and I paid my time for it.
Sure.
I have no reason to explain anything to you, Barry.
Let me explain it.
Yeah, let me
explain it. Explain anything. Exactly. And this sounds like this is one of those self-defense mechanisms that it almost sounds like he's gotten from one of his therapists. Like, hey, Lorne, you paid your, they're trying to help him move through it. They're trying to get him past. What they're telling him is, stay off the internet and stop trying to go through this with people. But he uses it at like a tenth of the impact that it's intended to have. She's trying to get through to him. Lorne, you don't need to keep explaining this to people. You know what, fucking Barry, let me explain. And here he is explaining it to somebody that's not even, I mean, again, Pope Sam, I think it is. Yeah, it's clearly a very smart guy. Sounds like a real therapist, but it's just a make-believe character. And he's explaining his crimes of another make-believe character to this one. Let me explain something to you. I don't need to explain shit to you.
Yeah, but he's just this bizarre alternate universe that he exists in. Like, and it's just, it is crazy. Like, it is, there is times where you just sit back and go, this is fucking nuts. Like, it is nuts that he believes all this. And g'day, rage-filled virgin.
You don't, in the sense that I'm not in a position of authority over you.
Not only technically, but in any other manner, I have no reason to explain anything to you, Barry.
That's fine, but I am entitled to try to shed a little bit of light on the situation so that Ramona and her family can understand you for what you are. And as her friend, that is my duty.
The problem is that you've been interested in Ramona since the first time you've seen her.
Oh, is that the problem?
You automatically should have said I cannot be her therapist because of the fact that I have an interest in her that is not professional.
Well, you're speculating on my interest in her, and you're out of line in doing so. But I'm not her therapist any longer, so the fact that I was her therapist is completely irrelevant to what we're talking about now.
I'm speculating because you are the one that said it.
Now, I'll tell you guys what's interesting, Danny and Ramona, and I hope you picked up on this. When Lorne started talking, he was going to explain to us how he came to be at a house he didn't mean to go to, and somehow it ended up being about what a jerk I am. So,
that's true.
I think we ought to all pay attention to the fact that he likes...
And I just love this. I love the play off between, like, the therapist and bro, because bro's decided he's going to be the whole, hey, Lorne's actually a good guy, he's misunderstood and all this. And then the therapist points it out to him, he's like, that's true. It's like his mind is being changed in real time.
Right in front of him. And you're exactly right on that. and even Ramona and the therapist. It's amazing to me how well they walked this line, because when it's like, hey, we're gonna have to go out and get dinner, and at one point, she's trying to get him to a vegan place, and he says, hey, I said I'd go, I didn't say I'd like the place. So it's not like over the top, which would have just been like, okay, Lorne, like, they're not going for a knockout punch. It's just jab after jab after jab after jab, and he just sits and takes it. Like, if he believed, I don't need to explain anything to you at any level. If he truly felt that and believed it, he'd just hang up, and he would tell Ramona, let's talk later. But he stays on the line and just keeps taking these jabs to the face that are piling up, and he doesn't even see it. It's good.
Exactly. And yes, Pee-wee is great. We boys. Send me your social security number, because that's how you know you can trust someone.
That's away from his crimes.
What, mate?
I am your boy. You are my boy. We are boys.
We are boys.
And talk about
Hold on. Time out. I'm calling Lorne's best friend right now, because I want him to have somebody in addition to me to defend.
Was it Emma from the other day? Emma, right? Is that who you're talking about?
Hold on.
And see, this is, he does such a good job, but it's just these little bits here. Like, obviously he knows who the fuck Emma is, but like this, and this would all be. Then the funny thing is, this would all be wasted on Lorne. But if this was like, say they were talking to, like, say Lorne wasn't a half-wit, like, this is the kind of stuff you would need to make it believable. Like, if he was just like, Barry in this whole scenario, he knows Ramona, he knows her bro, and no one else. So if he was straight away, oh, you mean Emma, that'd be a bit sus. But he was like, oh, who are you talking about? Amy, Emma, like, it's just little touches like that are phenomenal.
Exactly. Very, very well done.
Danny, have you talked to Emma before?
I don't know
No.
this Emma.
Okay, get ready to hear about penises.
Penises?
Yeah,
This whole call is diapers and penises, let me tell you.
Yeah.
More, but how funny is that diaper story?
That was pretty funny.
Listen, Danny, if you change your mind and you decide you want to send her one, and you don't know the technical details on how to do it, just ask Lorne. He'll help you out.
This ain't 2007,
I
man.
don't know, Barry would come up with something like that.
Leave it to old Barry to talk about the truth.
Barry likes to tease.
Make references to things that I've actually done. What
Bro, don't listen.
Barry likes to put Lorne down. That's what Barry likes to do.
Barry likes to do what? What does Barry like to do, Lorne?
Barry likes to put Lorne down. That's what Barry likes to do.
Yeah, well, why would I hold him back when I can put it down?
I'd like to put Emma down.
Bro, Barry teases Lorne because he, in a show of love to me, he sent me a picture of his asshole.
Fuck.
In a show of love, Danny.
That's still so fucking weird. I don't.
Oh, this is about to get good, because he asks for the explanation, right?
Well, yeah.
Literal asshole.
Yeah.
Literal. Shins Koala, did Lorne assign Barry a best friend yet?
I don't think so.
He's your fucking best friend.
Yeah, I don't think that's happened yet. Even though I know it happened, I can't. He must be the only person in the world that's thought process. Oh, hang on a second, everyone's seen my cock, so I'm going to send a picture of my asshole. Crazy.
It's a way to signal trough.
In a show of love. Do you love your sister, Danny? You should do it. That's how we show love, isn't it?
Lorne, you sent her a picture of your little asshole?
Tell the story, Ramona.
Tell her the story,
I had said, because Lorne had said that no one's ever seen his asshole. And, well, actually, no, let me go back, Lorne. Let me be honest. Let me go back. What had happened was Lorne... Okay, I'll be honest. Lorne had... Damn it. Bro, this better not leave.
Upgrade. Cornville, I have to ask, which catfish were you hoping you and Lorne could have a three-way with? Dan. Yeah, obviously Dan. Like, those jeans, man. Like, how can you, once you've seen him in those jeans, how could you not?
You know, my apartment and our parents' basement, you better not tell them any of what I'm about to tell you. Do you hear me? Bro, yeah. I don't think you agree. Do you hear me? You're not.
I hear you, sis. I'm going to tell them asshole pictures? No.
You're not going to tell them anything of what I'm about to tell you and Barry, and Emma already knows this. But when Lauren and I first met, every day Lauren would send me naked pictures of himself, penis pictures of himself, and he...
Hey?
We got this excellent comment here I just saw from Gorilla Spawn. Lauren believes 3 people he's never met want to talk to him all night on the phone. So we just have to appreciate the situation here. He's on the phone with 3 people that are not real.
Mm-hmm.
And his girlfriend is defending his honor, which he's already pathetically tried to do. And she's explaining why he sent a picture of his literal asshole.
Yeah.
This is just a Friday night in the office for Lauren. Let's see how it turns out.
That's it. And it's like, wouldn't you just hang up? Like, once you've got to this, I mean, no good can come of this. And g'day, Joey's Taco channel, my bad.
He would send me shower videos and sometimes videos of him dancing naked. And he would send me these things. And one day I realized, like, literally out of the blue, I was like, he sent me pictures of his dick. He sent me pictures of his balls. He sent me pictures of him naked from front angle, side angle, back angle. He sent me pictures of his butt. I mean, Lauren, I still don't know how you managed to take a picture of your butt using a mirror and a camera. Do you remember that?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Well, that is something he actually can do well. The angles and shit he gets for his stupid fucking disgusting shots is amazing.
Anyway, I can
he doesn't have time to wash the
Lauren
dishes.
is goofy.
No, that's right. Doesn't have time to wash the dishes.
For his cooking show.
Yeah,
but he's got time to send pics of his literal asshole. And I think of the call with Nathaniel Trevor, or should we say Nathanielette, or should we say Mike V and Emma, when, you know, Nathanielette reveals that she's actually a woman. They reveal to him this call. Well, maybe we'll have to get to that call at some point, but I just remember Lauren. So he fucked her in the ass.
Yeah.
I literally showed her my literal fucking asshole. And she did the greatest try.
Yeah. Like, this is, like, just bizarre. Like, his whole need to give people his trust when he really shouldn't be. And he's been shown time and time again he shouldn't. But, you know... He
hands it out like it's candy on Halloween. Just,
yeah, like...
You've got a Y chromosome and you breathe, it'll give you your trust in Shin's koala exhibitionist disorder.
Yeah, and I know you've talked about this before, Shins, and I hadn't really heard much about that, but the more you described it and the more, you know, I think about him, I think you're bang on. Like, he is, and it is a disorder, like, it's more than, and because I'm probably misquoting you, but you talked about how there's a difference between exhibitionism and an exhibitionist disorder. And it's definitely more than just standard exhibitionism. But you know, he sends people a picture of his asshole. He sends fucking all, you know, their social security number, their password and all that. It's fucking crazy. Of course, Ryan Taylor. I mean, how else would we know we trust each other if I didn't give that to you?
It's Lauren's form of sexual fulfillment, as crazy as it is. You know, like, nobody in a normal relationship would think they need to see my asshole. But for Lorne, because he hadn't done that yet, you know, it's just like, hey, it's one of the few bullets I've got left in my chamber.
Yeah.
Tell him, Ramona. Tell him I did it because I love you.
And who asked that? Someone in the chat asked. Oh yeah, Lethal Brownie asked. Here is the real question: how many people here have seen that pic? I have not. Well, I haven't seen it unblurred. I've seen like a blurred thing, and I've got no real desire to. Like, I can fully imagine what it is, but yeah, I guess let everyone know if you have.
But
isn't that sweet, Danny? What do you think of him now, there, old Dan?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Well, okay, just listen. Okay, so he sent me all these pictures, and I realized one day that I had
Hey, Bobby Gump.
not seen his asshole. And I said, send me an asshole picture. And he said, no one's ever seen it. And I said, well,
Which we know is bullshit because, they look up there when they arrest you for trying to rape a child.
No, he said no one.
Oh.
And g'day Volvo Racing, and just on this chat we're having about the exhibitionist disorder and all this kind of stuff. Do people think that this is another he is looking for people to be indebted to him? He's wanting to. If you've cheated on me, well now you owe me something. If you've done this, now you owe me something. You took 9 months of my life, which is always funny because his life is a fucking clusterfuck. So you've taken 9 months of nothing essentially. And is all these pictures, is that another way that he's basically saying, look, I've sent you all these pictures, you need to either send me pictures back or you need to stay with me because, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm way off base there, but sometimes I feel like that's, as much as it is about his exhibitionist disorder, it's also just this control that he feels he might be able to get by doing that.
Absolutely. He has a constant complaint that he's gotten pictures, but never of any of their faces.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is, so evidently here Ramona said, she asked for it. But just because somebody asks you for something, you don't have to do it. But he does because he was raised by mom. He trusts women. What women say goes. They're top notch.
Yep.
And so of course she asked, and so that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, absolutely. Winnie's boyfriend/husband says, Cornville, you haven't sent me an ass pic yet, and I've sent 3. Well, I never asked for 3. I asked for 1, and you just keep sending them, all right? So it's a bit uncomfortable.
1 3 times.
It's a bit uncomfortable now,
3 different
and
ones.
I can't get the angles like Lorne can. I don't know if he's got some fucking mirror or some shit, but he's it's the only thing he successfully does.
Oh. Lorne, did they have to go up and take a little cavity search? Because when I was in the can, they had to do that to me, too.
Yeah.
Shut up. You were not in jail, bro. Stop lying.
Listen, I'm trying to get some dirt out of Lorne. Stop it.
No, okay. So anyway, stop being mean to him. Just listen. So he had, so I had said, we'll send it to me. I'll be the first to see it. He said, no, I'm not going to send it. And then one day, he messages me, and I can't remember, he said something like, I can't believe how much I love you. I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm like, doing what? And he said, I'm going to send it to you. Like, send what? Yeah, I'm going to send you my asshole. And so he did. He sent me a video where he's, giggling, and then he turns around and he bends over and he shows it to me. And, and I, he did that out of love.
It sounds like Ramona had kind of forgotten about it, right? So she bailed him out.
Yeah.
If she's wanting him to prove love through that, he could have at least countered with, okay, before we get to that, can I at least see your face? But of course, that was never going to happen. So it sounds like some time has passed, and then it's, I can't believe I'm doing this. Once again, was he messed up at the time?
That's it. Just another time where he was messed up at the time. That's the answer for everything in his mind. And g'day, Fly Guy-Fi, and Right the Hand. Yes, we do meet again.
And he, well, because
Out of love.
Well, there you don't understand. He got drunk one night, and
oh, well, that sounds loving.
No. He got drunk one night, and he talked to Emma, because apparently he had called her over and over again, and this was
When he called her?
No, Lorne, I don't condone the things you said on this call, but I'm not holding against, the foul names you called me on this call. I don't condone that, but I'm not going to hold this against him for the fact that he freaked out. He freaked out.
Lethal brownie.
Thinking.
What's that?
Lethal brownie.
They
Lorne probably used a metal spatula from the kitchen, not a mirror. Then made a cooking show later that evening.
Yeah, he probably fucking did, without fucking washing it, the grubby little prick.
That I had.
Oh, he doesn't have time.
That I had shared his asshole pictures with his community or something like that, and like he had said, this bitch is the only one who's ever seen my asshole, my little ass.
Did you like that, Danny? He called your sister a fucking bitch too. I don't know if you knew about that.
But he was,
and he is so just flippant with these words, like calling people sluts and bitch and all this kind of stuff. Like he doesn't even need to be that angry to say it. It's
You've pointed that out very well in the past. That everything is just like, it's vulgar. And again, here we are. If somebody's falsely accused you here, he called you a fucking bitch. Lorne would have adamantly been like, whoa, time. But he can't say anything because he knows that he said that fucking bitch.
That's right.
He betrayed him.
That's right. And it always amazes me how flippant he is with it. Like I can't think of a time that I've called someone that. Like, and I've been plenty mad with people, you know what I mean? But it's just a part of his vocabulary. It's just like anything else.
That's the repugnant shit.
no, but
but he was real drunk. He gets drunk a lot, Danny.
No, but he was
when he
okay.
says these things, it's only because he's been drinking, which he does.
Well, maybe somebody would held true for him. Maybe he had a good reason. Maybe he didn't mean to do it.
No, but I did wrong. I don't know what I did because I didn't do anything. I've never shared any of the pictures.
So
but,
let's review what you just said. I did wrong. I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything, but I did wrong. So does it seem like a reasonable arrangement for the girlfriend to blame herself and say, I did something wrong, when the guy gets drunk and calls her a fucking bitch, and asks another girl for pictures of her privates and her breasts?
But he was drunk.
Yeah, but come on.
He was drunk, though.
In Lorne's defense, though, Emma is a grown woman, so he waited a while. He didn't do it after 90 minutes the way he would if she'd have been a 13-year-old girl.
But he was drunk.
Then again, he was drunk, which he is quite often. And by the way, he's going to be a professional driver, which is just the kind of job you want an alcoholic to have.
No. He's not an alcoholic because the
Hey, Lisa Barton.
whatever the hell you call it, the probation officer has a breathalyzer, so he's not an alcoholic. And I'll have you know, it's been a month. Congratulations, Lorne. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yeah, but buy this fucking man a car. Nope, don't do that.
Thank you, Ramona.
I forgot about that coming. That's funny because it's just like, dude, you've just gotten ripped apart, limb for limb, bone for bone. You're down, and then I don't even hear what she said. Something,
Slightly complimentary.
He's like,
Thank you, Ramona.
That. You might
What
go
a
out and
loser.
celebrate.
No,
God
it's been a
knows how many
month.
people have that
I am proud of him. This is the longest that it's been since I've known him. This is the longest by far that it has been that he has not had anything to drink. And
it's a very impressive accomplishment.
Lorne,
Now,
Lorne,
can we,
you're sending pictures of his dick to my sister and to Emma?
It was before I met Ramona.
But don't worry, Danny. He believes
Before
in
I'm
fairness.
at
He
Ramona.
demands pictures of their
Hey?
it was before I met Ramona.
genitals be sent back. Fortunately,
I've
Ramona
never
hasn't
sent
complied
anything.
yet.
Well,
Ramona hasn't complied. But don't
I
doubt for a second that he's asked. Numerous
I've never
times, I'm
sent
sure.
any pictures of my genitalia to Lorne.
Lorne, did you ask her for pictures of her genitalia?
I don't think I did.
I can't.
He doesn't think he did. Matt Ryan says, where can he hear calls of Mama Gwen besides the one where she says they're making a fool of you? Pretty sure I've streamed 2 of them at least. I know there's like maybe another 2, but they're in the dump if you've got a copy of that.
I can't remember for sure. It's
Yeah.
possible. I mean, I asked so many girls for pictures of their genitals. I
Well,
don't keep records on this stuff.
no. You know what? No, this even goes even further to Lorne's credit, because I will have you know that several times he asked me for pictures of my genitalia, but I will say this: he never pressured me.
That is to his credit. Well, he can't pressure you from far away, but he can pressure you when he's in the same room and he's got those 5-6 beers in him, which is what worries me. And what should worry you, Danny, if I'm being honest
Well done for not pressuring her, Lorne. You know, congratulations.
with you.
He said that he would never lay his hand on a woman. He was raised by his mom.
Yeah, well, he said he would stop drinking and calling you names, too, and we saw
And he has
Charles
drank
Manson was raised by his mom.
He has
That doesn't
not.
mean anything.
He
A
has
very
not
good
had
point.
in a month. And and again, I say congratulations.
Again, I say thank
Yeah.
you.
That's not an accomplishment, Ramona.
Again, I say thank you.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, but that's nothing to brag about.
No, nothing that I do is going to be an accomplishment for Barry.
No,
Barry
if you
has
did
one
things,
objective.
if you
Barry
did
has
things
one
that were,
objective, and it's to put
if you
Lorne
did
down,
things
make
that
him
were
look as bad as
reasonably
possible, make him
admirable,
look at
I would credit you for them. But the fact that you want to be rewarded and celebrated for going a month without drinking, as though that's some kind. Most people go months and months and months and months and months without drinking, and it's not an issue for them.
before without drinking, Barry.
That's fascinating. I mean, 2.5 years, man.
Yeah. I didn't
Double
have to
that.
if I didn't have to.
So you want to drink. That doesn't help your case any.
I don't want to drink now. I don't even have
You
to
like-
step.
Like, and I assume he's meaning like as in right now. Like, I don't want to drink right now. After this call, maybe in 5 minutes, I'll want to drink.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, I don't want to drink.
hankering
Yeah.
for it.
Doesn't want to dehydrate.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Barry. You seem to
You're
think
not
you know, you don't.
I don't. I don't know you.
No, you don't.
All right. Well, I know enough to know what I need to be able to share with Ramona and her family to warn them about how dangerous you are for her.
You can't
You-
share anything
you-
else with Mom. Mom is already
You know.
crying every night.
Is Mom
the
going
fact
to accept it, Lauren?
I don't see how Mom can accept Lauren. Mom watches To Catch a Predator on TV and just cries and shakes her head and says, "Why didn't I have all sons?" So sad. It's heartbreaking.
That I know she never said.
that is a sick burn, Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's so upset.
Lauren's-
And now with the missing money, she doesn't know what to do.
Lauren's
Okay.
pattern of behavior.
Did you say something, mate, or am I still hearing shit?
No, I think it's just maybe hearing some stuff on the call. But Shin's Koala, if you read his comment there, I do think we should give him some credit, and this being your stream and your channel, if you want to go ahead and do that for him.
Shins, and
Yeah.
I'm talking directly to you now, mate, and I hope everyone in the stream backs me up here, but congratulations and a personal thank you for not driving drunk today, and, you know, that is amazing. And if you do it again tomorrow, let me know, because, you know, I think you need that reinforcement again, because, of course, normal people need, you know, congratulations for not breaking the law, Lorne. So yeah, well done, mate, and I really appreciate it.
And he may have run this game on you already, Dan. But Lauren's pattern of behavior is to say about things that he can't deny because they're on the public record, because everybody already knows about them. Well, you don't know me. You don't really know me. And then he's always got a qualifier. He's always got some reason why the thing that he did isn't what he wanted to do. It's not reflective of the kind of person he is. But there is some mitigating circumstances. Somebody else did him wrong, or his head was in the wrong place, or he had this problem or that problem or this problem, and that always explains everything wrong that he did. Did you know that he stole $30,000 from a retired couple, and he used that money to fund his expedition to Nashville whenever he moved from Maine to Nashville?
The explanation I got
Sam
was that
Hamilton, the therapist, Barry, just set the table perfectly, phrased everything perfectly, and then hits him with the bomb of, by the way, did you know that he stole $30,000 from an old retired couple?
Yep.
You know, it's interesting because if this were Tiffany Lockhart saying all of the same stuff, or, I mean, Tiffany would be the best example, because I've recently listened to those calls again, where she's explaining, she could be reading this as though it were a script, the same exact stuff Barry's saying, and when it comes from a female, it's I needed you to point these things out to me. Nobody's ever pointed these things out to me, but Barry's just a fucking asshole.
And that's, you know, that's the thing, just going back on, you know, joking about, you know, not driving drunk and that. Like, in the call we were listening to yesterday where he's got to be fucking told not to do shit. Like, basic shit. Like, you know, don't abuse people. Don't fucking kill people. Like, and yet, look, I drive truck for COD. Well done for going to work today, mate. You know, well done to everyone for doing a basic, decent human shit. You all deserve a big congratulations. And I think I missed saying hello to
Pee-wee.
Oh, you go, mate.
No, you're good. Pee-wee is great. Did not drive into a house today. So, yep.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. I mean, this could be the whole stream, couldn't it? Just congratulating people on decent acts. Maybe that's an idea for one day. And I think I missed saying g'day to April the Salty One and Andy Mares when they came in, and also Disney Girl. So welcome to all of you. And Tiffany asked if Shin fell down a manhole today. I'm keen to know as well, mate. So yeah.
A little bit more.
They stole the money from him. He stole the money, but they stole it from him.
And so
Somebody robbed the money that he's robbing, now somebody robbed the money from him.
You say stuff that you know nothing about.
You say stuff that you don't know anything about.
Yeah. Therapist who's well qualified
Yeah.
to speak in these matters. And g'day, Michael Mendoza. Sorry, Matt, I talked over you. I do that a lot. I was just saying g'day to Michael Mendoza and Kelpill. What were you saying, buddy? And 80s Girl.
No, you're good. I just, I'm thinking out loud. You know, all Barry's done is just spit facts.
Yeah.
Fact after fact after fact. And it goes to show how unrepentant Lorne is not, because he's got no humility. If you're hearing things from, granted, it's, you know, not the source he wants to hear it from, but if you've done wrong and you know you've done wrong and you've at least accepted it and you're trying to get better from it, then you would be able to be able to listen. But all Barry's done is just spit facts, and he said, and then Lorne hits him with, "You're always talking, Barry, about things that you don't know anything about."
Exactly. And like, because he's got nothing. He can't respond. So all he can do is try to put him down. And as usual, Lorne's put downs are fucking stupid. Like, I'm surprised he hasn't given Barry a stupid fucking name yet, like Sheffrey or something like that. Like, you know, like
We may get one.
like Fairbarry or some shit.
Nathanielette.
Yeah, Nathanielette. And Kelpill, what about those of us who did commit murder today? Don't give me any details about it, because I don't want to be an accessory. So if you killed someone, I hope you had a good reason, and keep that shit to yourself. And g'day, Amanda James. Always great to see you. And Horstus F. Tink MD, hello.
Built a retired couple out of $30,000, Lorne.
I didn't use
him back,
that money to
Barry.
fund my
He
way
said he
down
paid
to
him back.
Nashville.
Did you steal the money, Lorne? Does it
Bitch Barry, that actually would have been a good nickname he could have used to put him down, Winnie's boyfriend
matter
slash
what you
husband.
did with it?
I'm going to be paying that lady back.
You stole it.
He's paid her
You
back,
stole it.
right? Lorne, you paid her back?
You paid her back the $30,000. He's paying. Now Danny, let me explain to you, because you won't get the story.
Lorne has paid like around $100 of that.
Yeah, Amanda James, Sheffrey is a great name though. It is one of my favourite names. So like, that is one of those occasions where Lorne actually does something funny, but he hasn't mean to. Like Angelo is, I find Angelo funny because he's so obsessed with it. But I don't think that's very smart. But yeah, Sheffrey is great. So he just, one of those times he accidentally falls into legitimate funny stuff, not funny because you're a degenerate piece of shit stuff.
Money back. So Lorne is paying it back.
Right, and
You're paying her $100 a week?
No, he paid her $100 total back of that money, so he is paying her back.
And that's over the course of a year and a half, which means that by the rate he gets done paying her back, should be like 612 years old, which is the prime age to enjoy all that money.
I'll be paying her back.
Just some quick calculations.
Yep.
Some quick math. Let's see. By then, he's punching into button 5. Let's see. Carry this over. Move the decimal there. And by 612 years old.
The prime age.
I'll be paying her back a lot faster now that I have this new job.
And C. Morgul, that's a good point.
No,
even
that was
though
new job.
even though Angelo, I didn't think it was, but that is the other time that I thought Lorne was funny, where he was like, go and have half a kid. Like, when I heard that, it was one of the few times I wasn't laughing at Lorne. I was actually like, that is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
and,
like, no matter who that came from, that shit's funny.
Yeah, and it's just like the, you know, throw enough shit at the wall principle, you're gonna hit something. Like, he's just always spewing bullshit, and he landed on that, and I've listened to that so much, and I still love it. Go have half a kid.
Well, that's fine.
Duplicaris says he paid her back like $30. Do we know, does the community know how much he paid? Because I remember his video where he's like showing the check, and it's like, once again, that could be in the total amount, Lorne, and you're still missing the point. You're supposed to be doing this out of the goodness of your heart, and because you owe her that money. But what was the total that he ended up paying? I bet Shins or somebody like that knows.
Guys in the chat like Shins or Tiffany and that, Amanda James will know better than I do. I feel like I saw at some point it ended up totaling about $400. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's in my head for some reason.
And Rolo Tomasi, Sam Pendleton is a master of his craft. Concur.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam Pendleton is amazing in these calls. Cool, looks like it was $400. See, that's another one of those, I'm a bit like Lorne, you know, throw enough darts and I'll hit something. Looks like maybe I hit it right with the 400. And I actually can't remember that VM Winnie's boyfriend/husband you're talking about where he says I'm allergic to bullshit, but that also does sound pretty funny.
Well, I don't have all the other bills in the way.
Lauren has a new job. Congratulations.
Why don't you just tell her to go get a job? She's a stupid bitch, right? I mean, you said that before about her. Danny, did you know that? That the lady he stole the $30,000 from, he said, tell that
Michael Mendoza makes a great point.
Hmm.
Don't forget to add up all the entertainment value that Lorne provided Betty. So at some point I don't remember his exact phrasing, but he literally did insinuate something of the sort.
Well, yeah, he said something along.
He's paid her back now.
Yeah, he said some shit along the lines that she got more than her $30K back in entertainment value, which is not even fun. Like that's offensive. You know what I mean? And,
it is.
And
that's the type of stuff. What he says, you feel good about. Like, you know, I can honestly say that there is not a person in the world that I genuinely like dislike. But every time I hear Lorne with his bullshit, I'm like, God, dude, you're scum. And it's stuff like that that fuels that fire.
Yeah, 100%. And Tiffany's just said she only believes it because Betty said it, and I remember that now. That was Betty actually said that it was $400K that he paid back. Yeah, thank you.
Jobs.
Well, I had
called her a bitch.
Well, he had said because
I believe, in fairness.
Well, because I had told.
Bitch.
Well, I had said. Well, yes, because he was frustrated because she was...
Oh, happy birthday, April, the salty one. If I was prepared, I would have had that Lorne singing happy birthday thing queued up to play to you, but I'm not, so just imagine that's happening. But happy birthday.
She was going online saying mean things about him.
Yeah, I mean, she was saying mean things about him, and he was frustrated, so fuck that bitch. She should get a job. And he probably took the...
And g'day, Elaine Clayman and Codfisher. Is that right, Shins? That was stolen from Bad Boys. Will Smith said that in Bad Boys. Been a long time since I've watched Bad Boys, but so he couldn't even come up with something original. Well done, Lorne.
$8 or whatever that he saved up to pay her that month and went and bought some beer with it. Just fuck that.
$8 doesn't buy that much beer.
On.
Okay. No. Don't get mad at him.
Throw her some money. Throw her a couple of bucks. Come on.
Because she was saying mean things about him online, and like she would go on his YouTube channel and she would say nasty things about him.
Like what? What did she say that was nasty?
I don't remember because I didn't read any of it. I used to watch his videos.
Lauren, what did you say that was nasty, Lauren?
I saw some of them. Most of them were like... Most of them...
I can't remember.
Most of them were to the effect of, why doesn't that bum pay me back? Man, I wish that loser would give me my money back. You know, really nasty stuff. Really uncalled for. So he got frustrated.
So she went beyond that, Barry. But
Well, because then what happened was Lorne had.
Did she call you a fucking bitch, Lauren? Did she tell you to go get a fucking job?
Well, because then what had happened was Lorne had blocked her off of his YouTube channel, and then he found out that she was still going and saying nasty things about him.
So he said something nasty about her and decided he wasn't going to pay her any more money.
That's not cool. That's not cool to be calling women bitch.
Come on, Lorne, that's not cool, mate. And I hate to say it, mate, I think you're losing Danny. I think he's starting to,
Yeah. Sounds like he's going back on the other side of the camp.
Yeah.
Lorne, he's up against it.
Step it up.
He needs to defend his honor.
He does. Step it up, Lorne. You know, you're losing traction here. You've got to pull it out of the fire.
But you see, Danny, back in 2005, somebody promised him some deviled eggs.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's right. It'd be all good if
truth.
He's probably like, can we just go back to talking to Bro and Ramona? Like, everything was good then.
It was good until Barry showed up.
Fucking Barry.
Bitch
Bitch Barry.
And then they were like, oh, we don't have your
It was mac and cheese. It wasn't toast.
Oh,
It was mac and cheese. It was not toast.
the toast was my addition. I was kind of hungry for toast.
Well, I think
It's
it's
just
just
so
calling people
flippant with
bitches,
that
and I
because
think
the toast was my addition.
Yes.
Just like, it doesn't fucking matter what food it was, but, she's like, hey, it wasn't toast, it was mac and cheese, as though that would make a difference.
Yeah, 100%.
you should pay this lady back her money. If you owe her, you got to pay her. Come on.
That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on it.
It's always
And I
what he's
think-
going to be doing.
At what point, Lorne? At what point are you going to be working on it?
It's always what he's
From
going
now
to be
on,
doing. I'm going to
I think the
do
only
it.
person-
I'm gonna stop drinking, and I'm gonna pay her back, and I'm gonna stop calling Ramona a fucking bitch, and I'm gonna stop asking other women for pictures of their private parts, and I'm gonna stop meeting random strangers over at the Circle K for parking lot sex.
That was one time, and we had an argument about it.
Well, I guess if he'd have done it two or three times, we'd have an issue here. But if he only did it once, then we have an issue here.
Well, Lorne says he's a changed man since that happened.
Well, of course he says that.
Sam Pendleton is so good.
Yeah, and it's like that's how Lorne wants to live his life. It was like, he had never tried to have sex with a child before, so he should have been let go. I mean, yes, he had tried before with the MySpace girl, but he wasn't caught trying to do it before, so all he had was a fucking OUI.
Yeah, I never had anything on my record besides OUI. Am I going to go to jail tonight?
Yeah. I love that because he's so defeated when he says it, and as I've said many times, I love defeated Lorne, but it just shows how fucking clueless he is. Like, he has been arrested for trying to have sex with a child. At that stage, they were still, talking about the fact that he had the camera and all that kind of stuff. And he asked the question, going to go to jail, as if there was a chance. No, mate, you'll go home.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. You get to go home. There'll be a bit of a fine, but as long as you pay that, you'll be sweet. No jail time for this kind of stuff.
Because he wants you to give him another chance after chance after chance.
Lorne, have you met anybody at
Hey, Mr. Dinkin, Thomas McLean.
the Dunkin' Donuts or the Circle K for sex since that happened with that girl? Lauren?
Huh?
Have you met anybody at Dunkin'?
He just zoned out, had an out-of-body experience or something. Like, it's just getting that bad where he's just kind of, floated away for a while in a little...
Yeah, reeling him back in.
Yeah. Huh?
Donuts or Circle K since that happened with that girl?
No.
No.
I haven't met anybody.
See, so there you go.
It's like I haven't tried to rape any children since that one time in Bowling Green. So give me a break, man. Let's run down the facts.
You're reaching, Barry.
Did you just say you're reaching?
He does, and listen to what Barry says. This is phenomenal. He did. He tells him he's reaching, and Barry's got the perfect response.
You're reaching.
You're reaching, Barry.
By giving the perfect example of something I did.
But I'm not reaching for a 13-year-old girl. I'm reaching for the truth.
How do I know that?
Boom!
Far sexy.
How do I know that?
How do I know that?
That's right, because Lorne believes everyone is a sex offender. They just haven't been caught yet.
But you want to watch or something? Lorne
He
tried
doesn't
to.
do that stuff now, is what he says, and he doesn't. I mean, he's not still
But that's
stealing money
that's
from
the-
old
Here
people.
he is talking to a therapist on the phone, and he says, and he says, well, how do I know you're not the one reaching out for a girl? Well, which of the two of you was caught on Dateline NBC?
Mm-hmm.
You were one of those guys,
Yep.
and but you're hitting the therapist. Well, how do I know that? It's like the most junior high. I think last time I got that insult, I was in 6th, 7th grade.
Yep. Yep.
Let me finish. Okay, it is a fact that is his background. That is his past. It
But that is
also
the
a fact.
past.
It is also a fact that he has shown numerous times, a sexual proclivity for children and a willingness to violate them.
He only did that one time.
No, he only got caught doing it on TV one time. But the fact is that we know that there were at least 5 people that Lorne thought were teenage girls that he tried to proposition sexually.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact.
And how many of them
did
did he meet?
these? I would like to know about these. You think that you're so smart and know everything about me.
Because what
Okay,
you
so-
may not remember is that several of the girls you propositioned during your time in Bowling Green were actually perverted justice operatives who took records of those propositions. Kayla wasn't the only one.
Anybody in no, that girl was
Yeah. And we
You
know
want- you want me to
we
say
know
that,
from the
or you-
chat
you
log.
give her to him?
We know from the chat log that Lorne had another teenage girl about the same age as the age he thought Kayla was, that was on his MySpace page, that he explained to Kayla was his girlfriend before she came along. So we know that he had at least one other teenage girl that he considered his girlfriend. Besides Kayla.
That's another one I don't know anything about.
Well, I can provide the
So isn't
documentation.
that funny how you bring up stuff that I don't know anything about?
Yeah, isn't that funny how I bring up stuff that you don't remember, that you blocked from your memory, and you haven't acknowledged in so many years that you don't recall whether it's true or not? It doesn't matter whether you remember it, Lorne. It's on the record. It exists as public record. So it doesn't matter whether you remember it or not.
I'd like to see this record because the underage girl.
He wouldn't.
I'd be
like
happy
see
to-
it, by the way.
Hey.
He said, I'd like to see this record,"
Yeah.
and I don't think he really wants to see the record.
No, and he's mentioned a few times that he like it, and I think when they were talking about when he was reading the Holy Lornography and that, like those other ones, like they're talking about here, like the Disney Girl and the Kimmy Kimmy Coco Bop, like he doesn't remember talking, and I don't know if he legitimately doesn't remember because he was just kind of in a frenzy and fucking writing to every child he could, or if he's just because I feel like when he says he doesn't remember those, he genuinely doesn't. Like, not as in he didn't actually do it, but I just think he was just every female he saw in a chat room, he was just like hitting them up. So the names wouldn't have meant anything to him.
Yeah,
Send them to you if you weren't blocked from the internet for trying to fuck a child.
He's not blocked from the internet.
Yeah, and Amanda James is saying in the chat, it infuriates her that he denied the MySpace girl. Absolutely. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit that infuriates me about this prick, but that is right up there for me. I mean, that was a real person that he had a real impact on, and you know he won't acknowledge that. I mean, it doesn't the fact that Kayla turned out to be a decoy and that doesn't change anything at all because his intentions were the same, but this was a real person who clearly was vulnerable and had real issues before Lorne came along, and he used that to try to worm his fucking way in and show off his disgusting fucking cock to this girl, and would have been more had they managed to meet up. It annoys the fuck out of me.
And I think you're right. I think you make a really good point with, because, every time I've heard it before, I'm like, no, of course he remembers the person, but I think you make a good point with, maybe not the names or certain details and stuff, because, when he's, am I going to go to jail tonight? He's that narrow-minded that on the back end of this, going to prison for 5 years, incarcerated, that people are digging up this stuff and finding out these facts, it's easy enough for him to act like it's such a distant memory. But it's like, dude, how unfortunate is it for you? You've been such a shithead for all of your life that all of this stuff just starts to present itself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, nothing about his disposition has changed. I'm glad at one point he says he's glad that Perverted Justice was there. No, you fucking aren't.
No, it's just he's just saying that to try to curry favour. You know what I mean? He's just like because he thinks that, and I can't remember who it was talking to. Whether it was I think it may have been Debbie, but like he just thinks that that's what they want to hear. Like he's basically saying, "I'm so relieved I wasn't able to actually do this." The only thing he's upset about is he got caught. That's the only thing to this day he's got an issue with.
He got caught.
Yeah, 100, absolutely. This Disney girl is in the chat saying should do a stream on MySpace Molly. Yep, absolutely. I will one day. Probably not for a little while because, while I do enjoy getting mad at Lorne, that one does make me really mad. So I've got to be in the right frame of mind. But 100% will do it because it's important. I mean, I know it's been heard heaps, but it can't be heard enough because that was a real victim and that paints one of the real true pictures of how much of a prick he is. Well, prick's not even the right word. I want to say something else, but I don't like saying that word.
His probation officer has his computer and his phone.
Oh, okay. Why is that? Because he...
And g'day, Null. Good to see you, Null. Null says he's just saying he enjoys being loved. Oh, so fair enough. Maybe I wouldn't have an issue with him enjoying being loved as if he was wanting to be loved by adults.
He was doing real good on the internet or some other reason?
Well, she took it. I don't know.
Yeah, why
What
did
do
you
you mean? I think.
so well
Spending too
computer
much time on it. Because they thought I was spending too much time on it. So I was trying to make money off
Okay, so
surveys and stuff like that, and I had my YouTube channel up on all the time. And I was answering comments on the YouTube channel, and they thought I was on it too much.
Are they going to get it back to you?
Yeah, they didn't take it away for good. They just wanted me for a while.
they just took it away for... It's perfectly normal for the police.
Yeah, that 100%. Amanda James says he didn't consider her a victim because he helped her with her problems. And that's right. It's like, okay, it's all excusable that I showed myself to her. I had her show herself to him. He had her, shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's all excusable because she had some problems which he believes he helped her with. Now, I don't think Lorne would be help to anyone about anything, but even if it was, it makes no fucking difference. And the only reason he was helping her with problems was to try to fuck her. That was the extent of why.
Motive.
Yeah, that was the motive. Yeah, absolutely.
To take away a 50-year-old grown man's internet access and computer. That's normal. I mean, they do that because...
You're constantly reaching to try to put me down, Barry, so...
I'm stating the facts.
Care about anything you say.
Let me explain something to you. Stating the facts is not equivalent to putting you down. It would be...
You're not stating the facts because you're reaching for things to try to put me down with.
Everything I've said is true.
He hasn't reached
your voice will tell you.
Yeah. I mean, he has to reach so far for the thing that, Lorne is most famous for, is trying to have sex with children. It was a real reach to try to find that out. And Noel, thank you. My day is going great, mate. All the better for you being here.
Sure, if you talk to me.
Well, you can stop listening. Everything I've said is a matter of record. Everything I've said is a matter of record, and I can prove it all. I can prove every allegation I'm making. That's the difference.
Sure you can. Manufactured stuff is always easy to prove.
What's that?
Manufactured stuff is always easy to prove.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did they manufacture the 6 phone conversations you had with the decoy? Did they manufacture the drive that you took, the hour-long drive you took from Nashville to Bowling Green? Did they manufacture the condoms? Did they manufacture the condoms that you had in your car?
No, there wasn't 6 phone calls.
It was 6 phone calls. I can show you every one of them. I understand that you may not be able to count that high, but I can promise you there were still. There still are.
I have the DVDs and the CDs. There were not 6 phone calls.
I have the DVDs and the CDs.
Yeah.
I bet you everybody in this chat room, we've got just under 100 people listening. Much love to all of you guys, by the way. I bet we've all heard the calls. There are 6 of them, and
Mm.
he's telling Barry that he's reaching. You can listen to those calls.
Mm.
Hi,
Yeah. I mean,
it's Lorne. Would you ask him how to say his name? Don't be shy. It's Lorne.
yeah.
Dude, the calls are out there. He's not reaching. We've all heard him.
That's right, and there's no hesitancy there. There's no reluctance. Like, he's giddy as fuck on those calls, and
Oh yeah.
I mean, he knows that she's 13 clearly, and that's the thing. It's not just like, and you see some of the predators. They try to. It's almost like they try to convince themselves that they're not. Like, they don't want to talk about school and that. They say things like, "Oh, you're so mature for your age," and that. Like, he celebrated how young she was. He celebrated that she was at school and all this. Apart from, the fact she was around fucking Derek. Like, and then.
Fucking,
And then, I mean, that voice, that sounded so much younger than the 13-year-old. And he loved it. Like, he was giggling. Fucker.
you sound so sweet, and dude, she sounds 5. She sounds 6.
Yeah.
I can't. Honestly, I can't listen to those calls the very first time, other than the way he said "God." One of the times, like when he sang "I Loved Her First," I'm like, this. Hold on, and then I had to investigate further because I'm like, this shit's not real. It can't be.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it's very real. But I can't listen to those calls because of how childish she sounds. It's mind blowing, disgusting.
Yeah, those calls, there's a few, those calls, and there's a few other lawn calls that, like, I can only listen to, like, if I'm doing them in a stream, or I'm listening to someone else in a stream talk about it. Like, it's like you need that break up. You need that break up of people talking about it. Like, 'cause I can't listen to them just straight because they're gross.
Exactly.
Yeah, g'day, Bellaricia and Null. We boys.
Recordings with timestamps on every one. There were 6.
No, of course you do.
Ron, how many phone calls are you saying that there were?
Then I believe there's only 2.
Liar.
Yeah, well, you're 4
Liars.
short. There were 6.
Because you had the
There
one
was-
when you initially called,
Mm.
and then you had, I mean, what is he? Is he only counting the very first one, and then the one when he called and he was going up to see her, and she's gonna go, "Why you rushing?"
Yeah. And I mean, I think he's just trying to downplay it, but like, what's the difference? Even if it was only one call, like one call, 6 call, 50 calls, like it's just as bad. Like, it doesn't make it any better.
Exactly. That's how far ahead of him Barry is, because it's like, dude, it's semantics. We can sit here and argue. Was it 2? Was it 3? Was it 4? Doesn't matter. 1 is too many.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, come on, play.
Okay, so which is it, guys?
There were 6. I can give them to you right now. I can give you
There
the.
might have been 3, but I think it was only 2.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so
And like Tiffany says, why would he think there is only 2? There's no way he would actually think this.
Right.
Tiffany looks like saying, I only had 2 beers.
6.
Only had
I
2
don't know
beers.
what
And
it's called,
the
dog.
saddest thing about it is I didn't think I was drunk at the time.
Yeah, I've been drinking coffee. Been drinking coffee for the last 45 fucking minutes.
And it's Roy's fault.
Yes, of course.
39.
And by the way, do you know how much candy his mom eats? I mean, there's a lot we're overlooking past this guy. And they didn't make him mac and cheese.
That's it.
Get
And
the
deviled
meatball.
eggs and all that shit. His life could have been so different.
And I don't think Barry understands that.
No, Barry doesn't have the whole picture here. Poor Lorne.
Phone calls. I got them in front of me. Doesn't matter what you say. Danny, you want to email Barry? Danny,
I got the CDs right here from the prosecutor.
I can play all
You
the
don't know, Billy. You don't know
Barry,
shit.
let me hear it.
This is
Okay.
amazing.
Hold on a second. Let me pull these
Turn
up.
one on. Let's see if you got all 6 of them.
Give me a second. You guys continue your discussion while I access the. You know what? I'll play the best one. I'll play you the very best one. And while I'm working on that, you guys keep talking.
but I still want you to like Lauren. And
Why do you
Lauren,
want me
I
to-
still want you to like Lauren. So just know that going into this. Please.
Just put all the attempted child rape to the side. Just like Lorne.
not going to
This is one
happen.
of the funniest parts. It's like on the call with Winnie when they've got him convinced he's got a son.
Oh
And he
yeah.
says he wants him to go YouTube to listen to him singing, and then he pulls up and You seem pretty comfortable there, saying Lorne. You just hear Lorne go, that's not the one I was wanting you to find. He's got to be sweating. He's got to be sweating bullets. And imagine being in Lorne's shoes where you are a celebrity. You're famous.
Yeah.
But there's also the chance that if somebody looks you up, they're going to see some of the bad shit too. It's got to be a conflict.
Oh, absolutely. And, I think it happens in Winnie calls and that way, like, she'll just start playing parts of the Kayla calls when they're having an argument. Like, it's just so, like, it would be so gut-wrenching for him. And it's just it's so great. But then, like, when talking to Ramona about the Kayla calls where, she first finds out about them and she's like, you told me there was only chat log and all that kind of stuff. And his insistence of, I wanted to wait until you come here to listen to it together. Like, how is that going to make anything better? So she can look at your fucking ugly face and everything you're talking about you were going to do while sitting across. I mean, it's never going to be good, but surely the best case scenario is with distance between you.
Well, as Barry's trying to upload the call here, Lorne just told him a minute ago. He said, I've got the CDs right here from the prosecutor. He says CDs and DVDs, which somebody in the comment section pointed out, the comment room, pointed out they're the same fucking thing. But, it's as though Lorne's got him, like, he stares at him. They're a very valuable prized possession. And so, yeah, as soon as Ramona gets there, that was actually going to be one of the first nights, one of their first dates. It's going to be, let's knock this shit out. I got to tell you, there were some phone calls. I think there was only 2 of them, but here's 6 of them.
Yep. And just Kelpill was just saying that Lorne was in communication with MySpace girl while in Nashville. He invited her to visit him after graduation. If this thing hadn't happened, she may have actually been convinced. I'd forgotten about that.
No, I'm talking to Bro. And Lorne,
Lorne is a funny guy. And he's not totally repulsive looking, but you got 2 hot doctors after you, sis. When do you make mom and dad happy? Throw them a bone. Date a doctor.
But wait,
PhD versus RSO. Come on.
But no, I think that, and I think Lorne is.
You hear when they say stuff like this, like you think, wouldn't Lorne at some point be thinking logically, like, this has to be bullshit, because what he's just said there is exactly right. You've got 2 hot doctors that, think the world of you and are actively chasing you, yet you are not going with them to be with, Justin Timberlake of Maine. But he genuinely thinks he is attractive. He genuinely thinks he's a good option, and he genuinely believes that love conquers all. He's he thinks that, it doesn't matter about all my false, as he would say. She can look well past that because we love each other.
Because he believes in you, whatever that means. But you're exactly right. It's a great point because even if this were a real conversation with, mature adults that are really trying to, you, as her brother, you would say that to her in private.
Yep.
You wouldn't tee off on the guy right there. And notice he's flipped 5 times. He's on his side, and I don't know, Barry, Lorne, you might have had a good reason. And that's all it takes for Lorne to say, yep, okay, I'm back in the lead. But, yeah, it's just come on. He's not totally repulsive looking, but come on. You got a couple hot doctors. Lorne's just probably got to be thinking, what the fuck, man? I thought we were boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Shinskwas just asked me, does anyone think Lorne disclosed his Kayla relationship honestly with anyone? Are you meaning at the time? Do we think that at the time that he was talking to Kayla, was he telling anyone else about her, or as in at any point? I'll keep playing.
I think Lorne's winning Bro over. Emma, do you think
I like Lorne,
but
no offense, Lorne, I don't want you as my brother-in-law. I think you should have a doctor. I'd like to go out golfing with a doctor, not hanging out.
So I'm sure Danny will still come and hang out with him. He just doesn't want. He likes Lorne. He just doesn't want Lorne to be with Ramona. But he'd probably still come down to Cornville and they can hang out.
Some karaoke.
Yeah, just chill, have some vegan shit together. I mean, as we've seen, Lorne cooks some amazing meals, so they could sit down and have some vegan meal together. complete with bacteria from his unwashed hands and that fucking trash can that he keeps in the kitchen. Be amazing.
In a shed with a...
Okay, so Shinza said at the time he was talking to her. I think, like, just my opinion, I think he had told Tony, which probably doesn't say much for Tony, that, you know, that was disclosed, and Tony's immediate response was, you know, get the fuck out of my house, you disgusting piece of shit, or whatever, if they were there on the phone or whatever. But I think he would have been telling other people, but I don't think he would have been disclosing that she was 13. I think he would have been talking about his girlfriend, because he would have been fucking over the moon having a girlfriend. So, but I think it would have been framed in you know, an of age woman, in my opinion. How about you, Dawson?
Yeah.
Lorenzo, sorry. Fuck.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, damn, why have I never thought of that? Maybe not, because we see how thorough he was with, you know, when are your parents leaving town? What's the surrounding of your house? Do you have, you know, he's got the foresight to be thinking it through. For as dumb as he is, you know, there was, in an ironic way, some skill with the way he's grooming her. And so he's probably, you know, delete your archive. I don't want to get in trouble by parents. You know, he probably wanted to go see her first and make sure, and then, you know, he probably told her he was dating somebody, but yeah, I doubt he would have disclosed much more than that, because, you know, wanted to see if it was going to go spend, you know, a weekend with her or whatever. I guess he didn't have enough gas to go there and back, but probably wanted to see if they could at least have a successful date first, and then, yeah, then he probably would have been fucking broadcasting it to everybody. Yeah,
and I'm sorry, I misread Shin's comment. He said he told Tony about Molly, not about Kayla, so I misread that. But yeah, if he was telling people, it would have been. I mean, I could imagine him telling people about his new girlfriend and that kind of thing, because he would love that. He would love being in a relationship and all that, and I think he would love the kind of, you know, if he had any, like, he talks about going to the bar and that, like, I don't even really know if he did. I mean, obviously he did to sing karaoke, and he talks about his friends there, and he's probably just, you know, drunken barflies that the friends that they are kind of like, they say g'day, you know, that kind of thing, like, not friends anyway. But I could see scenarios where he's like, oh, well, gotta get going, boys, you know, gotta go and talk to the missus, because he'd love all that shit.
Oh, he's on cloud nine with his fucking Bluetooth, just like talking to his girlfriend at his friend's house. And there's the one call with Ramona where she tells him, go to date Jenny from Walmart or whoever. And he's talking about, is it Tony? That said, oh, I'm going to tell Ramona about her. And he's all, I told him, shut up, don't start problems. So, like, once again, he's just the subject of, man, get off my back, man. Don't tell my girl that this other girl wants me, because, you know, that's a dilemma that we all have to deal with at times. But Tiffany Lockhart makes a good point, too. I don't think he would have told anyone about having a girlfriend, because he would have wanted to make himself available for the ladies. So,
yeah, and I agree with that. I was probably more thinking along the lines of like, you know, I guess if he's at the bar and there's ladies around, he wouldn't be saying that. But yeah, if he was just with the boys, like, you know, be like, oh, you know, the old ball and chain, you know, wants me back home to talk to her. But I mean, who knows? I mean, and I could imagine, I could picture him telling Tony, because, I mean, he had already told Tony about MySpace Girl, so, you know, what's really the difference? But it's interesting, like, it's another one of those really interesting questions about Lorne, that who actually knows the real answer, but it's fun to discuss.
RSO.
No, I want to like Lorne. I really do.
As Amanda James says, this is a man who wore a wedding band around his family and co-workers, so that is a good point, and kind of reinforces the fact that maybe he was, you know, telling people. I mean, I don't think he was, outside of maybe Tony, if he told anyone, it definitely would have been, and if he told his ma, I'm sure he would have, you know, it would have just been a woman, you know, no age specified.
Right.
You don't like him. Well, don't you want her to like you?
I don't want him to be I don't want to have Thanksgiving dinner with him, though.
Lorne?
Yeah.
I want her to like you, and I'm really proud of you.
I want him to like me too, but I can't do anything about it.
No. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ramona. I mean,
what are you proud of?
Thank you, Ramona. Yeah, well, he should have asked. He should have asked Ramona what she. You know, he's always saying shit like that without backing it up. He should have been like, "What are you proud of, Ramona?" But of course, he doesn't want to know the answer to that.
And it's beyond fascinating because however long we are into this call, he's just notice he's allowed the subject to be him the entire time. Once again, if this were real and if this were your girlfriend and her brother's on the phone, you know, you would be wanting to know about him. You would be wanting to. There's a way where you can kind of deflect, but that's how genuine conversation is with mature people. You know, I run into one of my friends that I haven't seen for a while, and I'm not spitballing about everything with me. I'll ask and answer a couple questions, but that's genuine conversation. What's new with you? What's going on in your life? But he's just laid down and taken all of these punches and made absolutely no progress.
Yeah.
What are you proud of him for?
What crying? Shut up, guys.
Lord, are you crying?
Shut up, guys.
Is that true, Tiffany? He told his family that was a prayer ring. It wasn't a wedding ring. So he told him he's walking around with a prayer ring on. What a good Christian boy he is.
Man,
he's crying again.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, let me. Man, he's crying again.
Lord, are you crying?
No, I'm talking.
Yeah.
No, shut up, Lorne, baby, are you crying?
Lord, baby,
this is like there have been a couple times where she does that, and I've kind of cringed, but then I'm like, no. They all do different things. You know, Winnie's got a way of getting under his skin. Ramona's go-to. The second he displays any emotion, the second are you crying? Like, it's such a loving voice because he thinks, oh my God, yes, it's working. Yeah, I'm trying not to, but
yeah.
And it's just like, dude, they just need a little bit of gasoline and the flame just keeps going. You crying? Yeah.
I love one of my favourite ones when Ramona's like, Lorne, are you crying? And then I think he says no or something. He's like, but she's like, are you going to cry? And he's like, quite possibly. Like, it's just so lame the way he says it. Quite possibly. Like, I just love it.
There's a chance.
But he would be so conflicted right now because he's getting absolutely body blows from Barry, but then he's getting all this like sweetness from Ramona. Like, I mean, I think that's the first time I've heard Ramona calling baby. Like, it's not just like the whole usual Lorne, are you crying? It was just like Lorne, baby, are you crying? Like, so he'd be like he's getting smacked in the mouth, but then like, you know, his girlfriend's there, you know, wiping away the blood. So it'd be like, this is the most care anyone's given me. Like, what do I do? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. And I know, and I get like that too. Like, and I hear people say all the time, I don't like when the catfish are nice to him and that, which I hate that too. I mean, obviously no one wants to hear law, but you need to keep him on the phone, and
exactly.
I completely understand why they're doing this and why she's been like this, you know, because if Barry just keeps smacking him, eventually even a rodent like him is going to be like, you know what, fuck this, I've had enough of hearing about this and gone, you know. I mean, he'll always call back, but you've got this premise set up right now where you want to wring the most juice out of it you can. Juice.
Yeah, it's just another layer of it's an art how they did it. And so yeah, the first time I heard 100%. It, I'm like, oh, that's cringy. She's but and then I'm like, oh, like look at how easy. It's just a fish that you're reeling back in. She only needs to go in a soft voice. Are you crying? And he's right back on the hook.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying not to.
What's going through your head?
What's the matter?
Put on a brave face, Lorne.
Shut up! Don't nobody say anything but me.
He's trying not to cry like he tried not to drive to Bowling Green.
I am the only one who can speak right now. Lorne is crying, and I am going to talk to him. You guys be quiet. Lorne, are you crying?
Just tired of the hate.
Just tired of the hate.
Picture I'm giving you a hug right now, okay?
Oh.
Not that big a hug. Come on, you give a little hug.
Not that big.
Are you okay?
Like, and so he's standing there like, whoa, that's a little much. That's
yeah. Bring it back.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I am proud of you, Lorne.
That's all I care about, Ramona.
No.
That's all I care about.
And, you know, this is a
it's
good
funny because
opportunity to...
What is she saying she's proud of? That he's just been a punching bag? Because he's made no good points the entire call.
Yeah.
Like if he's trying to defend himself, he's up against it anyway. That's a pretty insurmountable deficit. But he's made like not one good point.
Nah.
And I'm proud of you. And he buys it.
Oh,
He buys it at the full
absolutely.
price. Thanks, Ramona.
Yep, absolutely. Now, just everyone in the chat. So we're definitely not going to finish this call today because there's still heaps to go. So let me know what you are wanting to do. Do you want to just keep listening to this call? So 1, if you just want to keep listening to this call until I run out of time. 2, if you want something like the shake weight exercise video to finish off and laugh at this prick. Or 3, if you want something like vegan mac and cheese to finish off.
Or 4, if they just want me to cry. I mean, I'll...
4?
I'm trying not to, but...
4 if you
I'm
want
trying not
Lorenzo
to,
to
but-
cry.
Wind blow over. Because he's special to me, too.
Crying's not going to win me over. Barry, let me hear that tape.
Okay, you guys
So
ready
they've
to
got him
listen to
crying.
some?
And he's like, no, crying's not going to do shit for me. Hey, Barry, you got that tape ready to go?
Something interesting?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're about to play. I don't know what you're about to play.
Well,
yeah.
let's find out. Let's find out.
So are you looking at me right now, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Oh my God, you sound like a toddler.
What do you think?
Now Ramona's crying.
Yep,
What is that?
which is fair.
Shut up, guys. Shut the fuck up, or else I'm gonna... Shut up, or else I'm gonna disconnect all of you. And it's just gonna be me and Lord. Shut the fuck up.
What's going on? What's going on, Ramona?
I want to talk to Lord. Just be quiet. Please respect my wishes.
Guys, everybody be quiet. Let
Lord.
Ramona calm down. It's okay.
It's
Are you
okay.
crying, Ramona? What's the matter? Are you crying?
Lord. Oh, shut up, guys. Lord.
I'm here.
Hold on a second.
I'm here. Like, that's comforting.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Hang on.
Like,
Hold on.
Winnie's boyfriend / husband. She's standing up for her man. You're damn right. You're damn right.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
What?
I want everybody to listen to me very carefully, okay?
Whoa, echo.
What?
G'day, Asbury Brad, and are you going, Shins? Oh, that's disappointing, mate. But thank you for being here as always.
No, stop.
You gotta hear this stuff, Ramona. You gotta face
No,
the facts.
stop. I'm not going to listen to anything. I'm just going to act like it didn't happen.
You have to face the reality of the situation. This is who he is. And these people don't change.
Barry,
These people don't change.
I'm so tired of you trying to constantly put me down to people saying that people don't change. You don't know me, so don't pretend like you do.
I
That's
do know
what
you,
you're
Lorne.
doing to her.
What do you mean I
The
don't
only
know
reason
you?
that you have to put me down to her is because you want her.
Lauren says to Ramona with the doctor, right? At one point, she goes, "He's just a friend." No, but I know guys, so he knows others, but others don't know him.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he knows what he would be doing in this situation. All right, so I lost your fucking number 4 for you to cry. Really made it difficult to follow the voting there. But
Take some votes.
so there was a lot for 4. So I think you do need to do some fake crying. But I think there was probably more for 2 for the shake weight video. And I think that's fair because, I mean, even if we listen to more of this call in the time I've got left, we're not going to get anywhere near finished it. So it's going to be at least another 1 or 2 streams for this one. So we'll do a bit more while I queue up the shake weight video. And I think that'd be good too because it'll be a nice little palate cleanser to finish up with. So let's do that while you work on your fake crime.
My feelings for Ramona aren't the issue here.
The shake weight video is
okay. The character of your person is what's on trial here, not my feelings for Ramona, which frankly are none of your business.
I'm not on trial with you. I don't care about you, Barry.
That's fine. I'm not talking to you, Lorne. I'm talking to
Ramona hears this stuff. She can hear it with me. You don't need to be playing that stuff.
No,
that's stuff for me and her to talk about.
She will never get the truth out of you because you have an angle.
Yeah, she will.
Your angle is
that when we meet, I would bring them things right with me so she could hear every one of them and see the actual DVDs that I have.
She can hear it right now, Lorne. It's public record. You don't have a monopoly on that stuff. That's what you don't seem to understand. You can't edit the past, and you can't censor the truth. It's all out there. And I've got it. And that's your work here, is that somebody else that is interested in her best has the same information that you're trying to suppress and hide and minimize and explain away and mitigate and attenuate and all the rest of it.
There's no way that I can hide or minimize anything that happened with me. It's all over the internet.
It doesn't stop you from trying.
Lawyer on the Lorne reality show.
Ramona?
Ramona, are you crying?
Trying to put me down.
This is Ramona, what's wrong? Are you crying?
This is like being at the gym. It hurts, and a good workout hurts.
That wasn't Lorne. That wasn't
segue.
Hey, it is actually a very good segue. So we'll go for another minute or two, and then we'll jump to the shake weight because that is a perfect segue. Thank you very much, Bitch Barry.
I don't think.
Oh, it wasn't Lorne. Lorne, was that you? Was that your voice, Lorne?
That wasn't his voice.
Lorne, was that your voice?
It's Danny. Ramona, it's okay. Are you crying?
Are you crying, Ramona?
Are you crying, Ramona? It's okay. It's okay. Lauren, why are you making her cry?
Hold on a second. TJ's messaging me now.
All right, guys. I think we'll pause there. So, look, sorry for people that wanted to keep going with the call, but I mean, there's so much more call to do, and I really feel like finishing with just laughing with Lorne. Not with Lorne, actually, at Lorne, I should say.
At Lorne?
At Lorne, yes. Hang on.
I was watching the other day the Andrew Burkett and Shins. You know, they got this outfit. Welcome they got the pink tank top. They got the navy shorts. Andrew's got on the Boston cap. It's just...
It is,
dude.
It is excellent.
Some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is really good. I'd actually love to play. Next time I talk, like, Shins is in here, I might ask him if I can play that on here, because that would be very, very funny. Or you can obviously just watch it on Andy's channel. But it was so funny the way they did it.
So good.
Good stuff as always, everyone.
This is the Lorne reality show. I mean, imagine any aspect of this, but just imagine that this is a real show. That, you know, like a TV channel, a network, but not Dateline, but the network was going to come by and pick it up. He just wants to do his cooking show. And
that's it.
Have somebody that will be honest with him and believe in him. And
he just wants to do his fucking cooking show.
He's got this quilt on the grass.
And I just don't know why he thinks this adds any value. Like, why did he think people would want this? I mean, outside of this, it's like everything is retroactively funny. Like he did this trying to be serious and trying to redeem himself. Oh, yeah. But it is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it were like Emma or somebody said, hey, you should... if they suggested it, or I know people were, you know, taking the piss out of him in the comments, like, Lorne, you're looking jacked, you know, and so he's like, maybe they want to see a little bit into, you know, give him a peek behind the curtains and show him what I do.
Yeah, and I think it was something like that, yeah.
This is the exercise show that I told you guys that I'd do. And, yeah, I know I look fat in the shirt, but no.
If you got to tell
an exercise show
yeah.
with, I look fat. Starts a cooking show with, I don't know what this is. It's a mango, by the way. But
Yep.
you know.
And he lifts it up and shows everyone his guts.
The first thing we're going to start doing is start stretching out. So we're going to stretch out because if you don't stretch your muscles,
Stretch
it's
out.
going to wind up hurting.
Stretch your muscles.
You'll regret it in the long run. So
Andrew Burkett points out
We're
that's
not
a
gonna-
half-assed stretch.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's suitable. It suits Lorne, isn't it? Everything he does is half-assed.
Yeah.
I can do a whole lot of leg muscles, but we've been concentrating, most of the day is the arms because that's everybody keeps asking about my arms. So what I did to get them this way. So we're going to be concentrating on that, and we're going to be doing it in my backyard today. So first thing we want to do is you got to hold your hands like this.
Bring it closer.
So they're in a diamond shape.
Kind of like a diamond. Okay.
We're going to come back here. We're
12
gonna do-
seconds of stretching. Gorilla
10
swans.
push-ups.
Correct.
Yes.
That's enough, dude. The wind. You got a dog barking in the background.
Hey?
10 push-ups right
Just
there.
a dog barking in the background.
Yeah.
Just little
No,
subtleties I've
I'm gonna
never
show you
noticed on this, but it's
another
just
thing that
not
you can
high
do.
quality production.
Yep.
That is really, it's going to hurt. So,
It's gonna hurt.
especially when you're not used to it. So you want to take some weights. I got 20-pound weights right here. And take some weights on both ends, and you're going to get down on the ground and do push-ups that way.
He's
Just
already...
imagine Mama Gwen and
Yep.
oh yeah. Go.
No, you go,
He's
mate.
breathing hard. Yep, right. I'm imagining Mama Gwen or Roy just on the inside of the house. I don't know how close they all live, but just if they lived nearby, just peering out the window, like they kind of see what he's doing, and why is he working out outside? They see a little camera set up, like what the fuck? He's not some sort of honorable celebrity,
Yeah.
but in his mind he is. That's what
it.
counts.
And by this point, they just must be... They mustn't even bother them anymore. It's like, Lorne's doing something fucking weird again. Just let him go. Just let him go. But yeah, he's already fucking exhausted.
The way you're going to do it is you're going to push down. When you push up, you're going to go bring it back up with you.
Push down, push up.
And switch them off just like that. So we're going to go like this. So you lay down like this.
And I just, like, the shake weight part of this is... It's still amongst the funniest things I've seen. Like, within Lornography TCAP, within anything. Like, I'll just be, like, out and about doing shit, and the image will pop into my head, and I'll just start laughing to
Coming to your
myself.
mind, yeah.
It's...
The closer you put your feet together, the harder it is. Okay, I haven't done it so long you can't do it.
I've done it so long I can't do it. So he didn't do any before
Yeah.
firing up his camera to show us how.
Nah. Mike Rodriguez says, Mama Gwen says, that is my tablecloth. That is my tablecloth, you know.
Borrow $60.
Yeah. Richard, Lorne, what do you do for abs? Lorne, not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. I wish Chris Hansen would have emerged from those trees back there.
Oh, yeah.
Now
You
that
seem
right
pretty
there
fit there, sir.
is going to work.
What
Your
you up to tonight?
stomach muscles,
Yeah.
and your arms, and your shoulders, and your
Pretty
chest.
prolific worker out
Because you're
there.
working all those muscles at one time. And it's also going to work your back muscles. But as you can tell,
Bye.
I'm sniffling a little bit because we've got a cold breeze here and I got a few allergies.
No,
But
listen. Don't do a cooking show if you don't know what
No.
a fucking mango is. Don't do a workout
do
show
these.
if you've got a cold and you're gonna say shit like allergies.
stress that you stretch your muscles because if you don't, you're going to be hurting. But
Bye.
now, for just weights, what we're going to do is just do some regular ones like this. But hold them out like this, so that way you want to try to keep your arm away from your body. Because you put it next to your body, you're actually using your body to lift the weights and not really your arm. So if you put it away from your body, you're using all your arm. We'll do 10 of them. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the slower you do it, the harder
in honor
it
of
is.
Kayla.
Because if you try
What's
to
that?
He should have done 13 in honor of Kayla.
Yep.
But
Yep.
do them fast,
bah.
then all you're doing is bobbing back and forth like this, and you're not really getting the weight up there, and you're not using your arm like you're supposed to. So you want to try to do it just as slow as you can, or slower. Find your own speed at it, but do it slow. Don't do it fast. If you do it fast,
Why you
it's not going to
rushing?
do you any good. And we'll do this one. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, another one that I do is taking the weights and putting them right in front of you and going up and down like this. You can try it with just one first. Try to do just one. You're going to get all you need for the first time. You want to hold them right out straight, hold your arms right out straight, and keep your body straight too. You don't want to spread your legs apart.
Straighten your arm right out.
You're going to start hurting a little bit. And your chest muscles, it's really going to work your chest muscles a lot. So we'll do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you want to take a little breather, because you work all these muscles, you start out working all these muscles off at one time with no interruption, which is normally what I do. Then you have to let the air get to your muscles. Let the oxygen get to your muscles, so that way it helps them to heal better, and you're not hurting as much. But if you try to rip them one at a time, or one right after the other one, you're going to rip a muscle, or tearing a muscle, or hurting a muscle. And that's the last thing that you want to do.
Take a break, Lorne.
And I'm going to show you an exercise before, and I regretted it. But it's like this.
G'day guys, I think I'm back. Can people hear me? I don't know what the fuck just happened then. Shit just went crazy. So if you can still hear me, and if you're still there, I can finish it off. If not, I'll just catch you guys next time. So yeah, let me know if you can hear me. All right, sweet. I think we're back. So, sorry guys, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, my internet just went completely. Well, it wasn't even my internet. It was my computer. But anyway, for the guys that are still here, why don't we finish off this stupid shake weight video? And anyone, yeah. Sorry to everyone for what happened there. So let's go. Let's skip ahead a bit
Helps the back
to where
muscles.
It gets funny.
Really, especially for females, it takes the flab off the back muscles. Where women get flab or fat back on the back of their arms more. That helps.
So only women, Lorne, they're the only ones that get fat there. Because I mean, look at your guns. You are ripped as fuck, buddy.
Take that down, and also helps tighten up the chest muscles up here, and the stomach muscles. You'll find that it helps the whole back of the whole front of the body, and the shoulders. It really helps every part of the body, and helps to lean it down, so you get that fat and flab off there that you don't want on there. So I'm not going to do this very long because normally I do it for 5 minutes, but I'm just going to do it for a couple right now, and I'll show you a couple different ones. You want to go like this, and you do not want to hold your hand right up against that. You want to hold on the grip. So if you hold your hand up against that, you're going to start hurting this knuckle right here. So you hold it down on the grip, you don't hurt that knuckle. Okay, do that right there. Normally you want to do it for like 5 minutes worth of up here, because it's not that hard of an exercise. It gets hard on the arms because you're tightening up the arms. But here's another way that you can do it right here. I know that looks funny, but what it does is it tightens up your two ab muscles right up here. And it actually probably does the second layer of your ab muscles too. But but then another thing that you can do with it is go like that. then you're tightening up all of your ab muscles here, and even along here. And you turn on the other side.
That's great technique, Lorne.
And you're doing the same thing, tightening up your ab muscles here and over here. But those there are harder to do. You'll find it awkward doing them. But that's what those there are good for. And another one is holding it up here, like this. And going right in the back, like that. What that does is it tightens up your back muscles right up here. So, which is both. It's good for both men and women, because it helps your shoulders to get stronger and keeps the fat and flab away from them. So,
take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, Lorne.
Another one that I do. Well, I don't know if I want to do that one this time or not, but you're going to find this video is going to be uncut. And
as opposed to all the edited videos you've done in the past.
Because I figure you guys would rather see me in reality doing it than any other way. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a series of push-ups, which is only, well, how can I do that? Alright, we're going to go like this. We're going to do the diamond-shaped one. See, because I kind of got my routine out of order a little bit than what I normally do. So I'm going to go like this, make your diamond shape, and do these 10 push-ups or whatever you can do at the time. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, And we're going to do push-ups with the weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then we're going to do these. And take, just like this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then we're gonna work our biceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Keep going, Lord. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Sure, you sound like you're going to die, but just push through.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't want to do, just starting out, you don't want to do any more than that, then take your breather. But that's what we're going to do this week for the show. And next week, we'll concentrate on some other things. And, but at least now, people will be able to start exercising, start getting their fat, winter fat gone and their summer skin in. So, thank you everybody, and we'll see you next time on Lorne Reality.
See you then, Lorne. That's it. I reckon that's the heavy breathing people in his life have heard down the phone from him late at night. Guys, I'm going to finish up there. Look, I am so sorry about what happened before. I think my computer had a complete meltdown. So, it was really fun up at that point. But I appreciate everyone that hung in there and is still here now, and I appreciate the people that were in there before. Look, as I said at the top of this, probably just some work changes coming up over the next few weeks. I won't be streaming as often. I still hope to do maybe a stream once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks. But just letting you guys know that. And look, I just want to say, I appreciate all you guys so much. These streams are fun for one reason, and that is you guys. They're a highlight of my week, and it's because of you, and I can't thank you guys enough. This is just words, but you all have a really special, special place in my heart, for want of a better way of putting it. I know that sounds really fucking sappy, but I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Alright, so I'm going to play us out now. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great rest of your night. Okay, bye guys. And of course, don't forget to delete your archives.